Hey guys, it's me Noah coming at you with another video. This time I'm here again with teammate Orion. Orion's doing a deck profile on kind of a rogue deck. Let him know what it is.
Skull Servants.
You got anything to say about the deck before we deck profile it?
I like zombies a lot. You couldn't tell from like the 4 videos on the channel or something already.
Well, without further ado, I'm going to let him take it away.
Alright, so this deck kind of got a real bump when Debris went to 2 and Allure went to 2. I'm only playing 1 Debris right now, but it did get a bump when Debris went to 2. If you were playing 2 copies, it'd be good. But the real main thing is Allure went to 2. Upstart went to 1, but I'll just replace it with Allure since it's better. So first you got your, it's pretty standard, 3 King of Skull Servant. He gets big as fuck when your Skull Servants are in your grave. And so you do like your main win condition, your beater, 3 Lady in White. I'm actually gonna explain this because people probably don't know what he does. Basically, what he does is he gets 1,000 attack for every Skull Servant when he's in your graveyard. All right, and and King of the Skull Servant. So when he's in the grave, so other copies of him in the grave. All right. When this card is destroyed by battle in the graveyard, you can bash another King of the Skull Servant or Skull Servant from your graveyard, summon it. So if he's destroyed by battle, he floats and sends to the grave. So I actually never like. People never destroy stuff at battle and send it to the grave now, so his last effect's kind of irrelevant, but he still gets really big. He just gets, and the thing about Skull Servants is that all the other cards in the archetype count as Skull Servant when in the grave, so he just gets huge depending on how many of the archetypes in the grave. So 3 of him, he's your boss monster. 3 Lady in the White, she's got 2,200 booty. She's his main bitch. She's the main bitch. So this is Papa Bear. This is his hoe. So when she's on the field, any level 3 or lower zombies can't be targeted by card effects or destroyed by battle. So you have a big ass beater that can't be targeted by card effects or destroyed by battle. So he's kind of like the OG boss monster, like, you know, because this shit was out before like all the non-targeting effects came out. So these 2 cards together is like a really nice ass, solid ass board. So that's what she does. She protects all your low level zombies. Then you have 3 White Mare. What this card does is that when it's in your hand, you can ditch it, special summon a banished Lady in White or King of the Skull Servants, and then also. So he summons these 2 from the banished zone by ditching him, and you also ditch him to summon target a banished Skull Servant, and from the graveyard. They don't count as Skull Servants when in the graveyard, so you actually have to target the vanilla from the banished zone to add it back, and basically he just boosts up your you can use him to boost up your King of Skull Servants by 2k because he's counts as a Skull Servant when he's in the grave. Next I'm playing 3 White Prince. And to go along with it, 2 of the Vanilla Skull Servant. So you don't really need to talk about this card because it's just kind of been here for this card, which I'll go over right now. So what White Prince does is that when he's sent to the graveyard, he sends a Lady in White and a Skull Servant from my deck to the grave. So he sends these 2, and so when he's in the so he sends these 2, and he also has the effect that when he's in the graveyard, you can banish him and 2 other Skull Servants to summon King of the Skull Servants from your deck. So he summons your King of Skull Servants from the deck, and then if you have cards to put him back into the graveyard, then he just makes your king really big. So he makes your cards really big. And also, there's a card I don't have right now I'm trying to test, which is Miracle Dig, which is when you have 5 more banished cards, you can target 3 monsters and put him. So it's basically like another barrel from a different dimension. So it lets you use this, and if you use this multiple times, summon multiple King of Skull Servants, or you're targeting Mizukis, you put these back in the graveyard, and your King of Skull Servants gets really big, or you put your Mizukis back, and you get combo pieces. So now into the just regular zombies, we have 3 unit zombie, level manipulation, and oh my god, what am I saying? Level manipulation, and he foolishes your zombies, and since this is mainly a zombie deck, you can you can still attack with your big 4k zombies, King of the Skull Servant, so that's not that bad that only zombies can attack the turn, and since he manipulates levels, he's a tuner, he lets you go for synchro plays, so that's pretty good. And there's actually a pretty wide variety of levels, like 3, and then these are 1, and then everything else is, so it's like 3, and these are all 1, so you can obviously go for 6s, or you can go for 7s, or you can go for 8, so he actually opens up a lot of synchro with all opportunities. Then you're running 3 Mizukis, banish this to special summon zombies. Doesn't have to. If you have your King of Skull Servants in grave, you banish it, summon King of Skull Servants, and he's really big. Then 2 Zombie Masters for rank 4 plays. If I had XYZs, I realized I'm not running any, but you could definitely put those in here. And 1 Plague Spreader. So this is just for the synchro with the Plague Spreader to make 6s, or to kind of summons your King of Skull Servants back from the graveyard, so you have 2 beaters on the board, an 1800 and a really big Skull Servant. So king and king. So he also summons, you know, a Lady of White if you need the protection. So he kind of gets any of your cards from the graveyard and he puts them back on the field to go for synchros or for protection or for a beater. So then I have 2 Armageddon Knights and a Mathematician. These are Foolishes. I'd probably play 3 Math. I don't know how I feel actually. I mean, I'd probably play. Math is really good because it can send Mizuki as well. So if this is at multiples, I'd probably play it at multiples. If not, you know, just playing the basically 3 Foolish Burial monsters. So then I'm playing a 1 Debris Dragon. If I ever get a second one, I might actually cut Armageddon Knight for a second Debris Dragon because it lets you go to 7 plays and I put more 7 synchros in my extra deck. And he also lets you go for 5s. But the one real target for that's Samsura, which is pretty good. So he's pretty good. He's pretty clutch. Comes in clutch. Then for spells, 2 Allure. This card coming to 2 is really nasty for the deck because it lets you draw in your cards, get more combo pieces, and banishing your Dark really isn't that big of a deal because of cards like Miracle Dig and Birth of a Different Dimension. Or not even Miracle Dig, like Omega lets you put cards back in. 2 Twin Twisters, clear back row. Then for now, a bunch of 1-ofs. 1 Upstart, you know, for the chance to run the combo pieces. King of the Skull Servant at 4K attack is not really care about your Upstart. Rhoda to search your Armageddon Knight, Book of Life to reborn cards and banish stuff. Foolish Burial, send cards. Burial from a different dimension to put your banished stuff back. Raigeki, clear boards. Bottomless, hit Mass Pendulum summons. Crush Card Virus, because you can have the white. Lady in White meets the requirement. And it's 1,000 less. So Lady in White meets the requirement. If you summon King of Skull Servants first turn to have this, that meets the requirement. And you can actually play multiples of this now, so the chance of drawing that would be more likely. And like almost all this stuff meets the requirement except for like Zombie Master and Unizombie. So Vanity's Emptiness, because this card's Vanity's Emptiness. Onto the extra deck now. TG, because you can actually single quite a bit, so you get draws off this. Samsura for the Debris Dragon target if you want someone level 1. Goyo because it's a really big beater. Revive King because you have Plague Spreader so you can make it and it's really nasty because it makes it so when your zombies destroy stuff, their effects negated. So you make this and you make a King of the Skull Servant and you run over their Dark Destroyer, they're like, I can't actually stop that. So that's nice. Stardust Charge Wire for the draw and lets you swing over multiple special summon monsters. Black Rose, declare boards. Void Ogre for spell trap negation, Stardust to protect stops Pendulum Sorcerers and like kind of like any other destruction effects. Cypher Omega for zombies. Thought Ruler to negate stuff that targets it and it also runs over stuff. Stardust Spark to protect things. Scarlight, Red Dragon Archfiend to blow up cards, blows up cards. Can't be destroyed by card effects, and Trishula because Trishula, and it's actually pretty easy to make in this deck. That's it.
So, anything else left to say about the deck?
This build's kind of like still like in testing. Like I'm still trying to like edit it and find like the most consistent build. I've like bricked a couple times with this build so far, and so I want to change a little bit, make it more consistent. But that all comes with time and play testing. So right now it's pretty good for now. But there's definitely some cards I want to test. Like Miracle Dig is one of them. I definitely want to put that in here. I don't know if I'm gonna play multiples or just one of it because it lets you add your banished White Princes and stuff back and make your King of Skull Servant really big. So that's one thing I'd probably put in here. But other than that, like just testing around consistency, ratios, all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much it, yeah.
Well, this is Noah, teammate Orion, and teammate James here. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
This video was sponsored by Slavery.